How's it going, everybody? This is Least coming at you with Stromkarlen. We're casting some end of the world style CPL show matches in honor of the apocalypse. Strom, how you feeling today?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Still got about a meter of snow outside, and that, as well as the end of the world, is keeping me inside casting show matches with you.
Let's get it. We got Father versus ArtOfTurtle. In our first one of these show matches, we will be playing all 9 games. So
Yeah.
grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. It's going to be a long one, folks. We're
So
really
this
low.
is this is a end of the world style cast. So if you guys know the Korean series, and so they will be playing all 9 maps, and it is a CPL map pool plus Escalade to have that 9 map pool. They'll be playing all the maps, and these are both tier 0 assistant coach players in CPL. So hopefully we have a good matchup here. Some awesome ZBT.
And we've got our players ready and waiting. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the game. Let's see.
All right. Shout out to, we actually have an observer for this cast. So we have cold_warpgates doing the observing. So he's hosting the maps and streaming it to us over Discord. So Lise doesn't have to do this and host the stream, basically. So hopefully the production quality is good.
Yeah, the production quality is going to be a little bit better. When I'm observing, I know I'm just clicking around on everything. Can you type cold warp gates? Can you type, please pick your race? Yeah, okay. We're working out the technical difficulties. Didn't realize we could have done filler time. Quick battle music from ArtOfTurtle. That's fair enough. We got to make sure that he's got his hype music going.
Yeah. So we are actually, for you guys, if you enjoy this match today, we are casting another best of 9 end of world style tomorrow at 1 p.m. EDT between VT George and IRK Age.
And here we go. Hopefully the lag is still pretty good.
And we did a test game before this.
In the top left, we have our purple Zerg, ArtOfTurtle.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of Fighting Spirit, we have IRK Father, our red Terran player. And ArtOfTurtle from Clan Ash.
You know, always good to start out good old Fighting Spirit. As 80s Mullet says, it's like a football field. Can't go too wrong with Fighting Spirit. But
yeah, it's definitely like Circuit Breakers isn't in our map pool because it's not in the CPL map pool this time around. So I figured we'd start with Fighting Spirit. The map order is actually set. I was gonna do a random one, but instead I just kind of tried to set it so that we have a good mix of maps. Since there isn't going to be it's not an exact series win since they're playing all
9. Right, for sure. I'm excited to see these guys play. We've got 2 Chobo League runner-ups, so these guys both very solid players. Father, as far as I know, prefers going bio. I know there's a lot of Terrans out there that are just like, I don't have the APM for this, I'm going sheer mech. But Father does go bio on occasion.
I think he mostly plays bio, although I am expecting to see him mix in mech at least once. Like some of the smaller maps, like Match Point, I feel like that's a really good map for the Goliath build. I know Father because he's on IRK, but I also know ArtOfTurtle because he's on my CPL team this season. Operation Indecision assistant coach, and he's been helping me quite a lot with CBT lately. So I know he's got at least 2 builds prepped for the series. So looking forward to seeing what they are.
Is Operation Indecision your actual team name, or is that just your working team name while you guys figure out what you want to make it?
The actual team name is Operation Indecision.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's a solid.
There were like at least 50 team name suggestions.
Operation Indecision. Oh, man. All right. So we
do have a 12 hatch coming out of Zerg.
Yeah, and we do see Father going for no gas, so it looks like he's going for Rax Expand.
Just very, very standard play. It looks like it's going to be a 3-hatch Muta build from ArtOfTurtle. I do know that he does prefer 3-hatch Muta to 2-hatch Muta. He's kind of a 3-hatch Muta guy. So we'll see what he decides to do with this. If he's actually. So this doesn't look like 3-hatch Muta. Maybe some lings. I don't know what he's doing. Oh wait, no, he's just doing. He actually, I think this is the build that we've been playing. So I think it's going to be a macro game. I think he's going for a macro game. He's going to go for 4-1 ultras at around 13 minutes.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. And the one that you've been working on with him is just like 9 obelisks into fast lurkers, right?
Yeah, it is. I don't know if he'll go for that. He might go for the 11 Muta play, because the 9 Muta variation was kind of specifically for me because I have such a problem with multitasking. Right. To get lurkers a little bit faster, but this does look like that build because we just made a variation on it like about 2 days ago to get the gas at 16, so that you can afford to get more than 2 links.
That's super cool. I love, even though I know, like, in theory, anything that's not good has pretty much been figured out by pros. I love the theory crafting that just, it works when you're playing in CPL, you know? It works when you're not 2000. That's one of my favorite things. Just think about the game.
Hey man, you're cutting out just a little bit. I don't know if it's on the stream as well, but you do seem to be cutting out from my audio.
I'll sit a little bit closer to the mic. Is that better?
Yeah, it seems a lot better to me.
Okay.
All right, we do have a lair started for Zerg. And no Hydra down on the way, so definitely looking like 3-hatch Muta to me. Still. And we do see him adding those creep colonies as he is in a close position. And Father going for 2-Rex Academy. Not surprised by that. He likes to try and bust Zerg. This is what makes his TBCs so strong, is that he oh, look at that. Queen's Nest.
That is fast a very fast Queen's Nest, am I right?
Yep, and he scouts it, I think, immediately. I think this is going to be Guardians.
Ooh, okay. 3-hatch Guardians. That's interesting. I obviously don't know that much about this matchup. I know a little bit about the Terran side, but what's the advantage to going 3-hatch over 2-hatch Guardians?
This is what Father is known for, and I think he might win the game right here. Actually, like, this is so much damage. He just got like 11 drones, I think.
Yeah, you can already see.
And I don't think that Sunken is gonna finish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just game. Game.
Yeah, he scouted that hive and he knew that Zerg wasn't making mutas. Or the Queen's Nest, sorry. So he knew that he could run in and do a bunch of damage. Looks
that's
like
super smart, yeah.
Well, up, I think. But at what cost? Because I think ArtOfTurtle lost like a whole control group of drones. But look at that hatchery on the map. Definitely a very sneaky third base. gonna try and get himself back in the game.
He's got to be going for some kind of Ling all-in, right? Like, there's no way you can just go standard after this.
Well, I mean, he wasn't exactly going for standard play anyways, with the Guardian Rush, and I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps doing that. That third hatchery, I don't know what he'll do with that third hatchery. I'm sure this has definitely put a little bit of a glitch in his plan, so I don't know what he's gonna do after this. Try and redrone. Oh, yeah, still going Hive. Does he have a Spire, though? I don't think he has a Spire.
He doesn't have a Spire. This is wild.
So, Crackling all in?
It's gotta be.
Doesn't have an Evo Tremor, though. I think it might... I don't know what he's planning on doing. Either he forgot some buildings, or he's gonna do a crap. Oh, yeah, there's a Spire. Yeah. So this is gonna be Guardians.
If he can get to Guardians, it looks like Father's ready to move back out.
Not that third base yet, though. I think that third hatchery has slipped his vision. It's kind of the last place you would really scan, so.
Yeah, just this is the funny thing about Zerg. Like, I've gotten a couple games where they've 3-hatch hydra'd me with a close hatchery like that, and it's like, wow, I didn't even bother to check there. Obviously, it's a little bit different in this game. ArtOfTurtle trying to catch back up instead of going for something crazy. But yeah, just not often that you check there.
This looks like he might be able to hold just because he only has one medic, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I don't know.
Even if he holds, it looks like he could lose all these units and still be doubling up AOT and supply.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is not... Well, he's going to clean it up, I think. Yeah. Father's still very ahead in supply. And ArtOfTurtle just, you know, he's going to try and get some Guardians out, and we'll see what kind of damage he can do. I still think Father doesn't know about that third base, so that's definitely some extra income and larva that's helping Zerg right now in this game.
What do you see in Zerg games? What do you see most often when the Zerg goes for Guardians as a response from the Terran? Like, what's the correct response, do you think?
It depends. So when you're going Guardians, oftentimes you don't have lurkers, so busting the front, like he just tried to do, can be a really good option. Irradiate is really strong against Guardians, but you do have to irradiate one at a time, so when it comes this early, Science Vessels aren't actually that strong. I think the two things that he could do if he knows that it's going to be Guardians is just either build a bunch of Wraiths or drop, because I don't think he has any drop defense right now.
Drop is smart. Yeah, I think I've heard of Wraiths.
Yeah, drop is good.
Super smart.
But Wraiths can be a problem if they make Devours. But if you, like in this point where he's so economically behind, I don't know that he's going to do that. I feel like he's probably just going to make, otherwise he's just not going to have enough money to do the damage with the Guardians. But you do see ArtOfTurtle adding like 6 sunks in front of his natural. This is because he doesn't have lurkers, and bio is super strong. But it does make the Science Vessels less useful in this case because they can't irradiate the lurkers and bust. Sunks are static D. So the irradiate is only going to be useful against the Guardians.
Alright, I'm going to make a bold play. We're going to unmute Cold Warp Gates and hope that he doesn't talk too much, because we've got popular demand for the game sounds.
Or are we not getting... You don't get game sounds if he's muted?
No, yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought you just muted his mic.
No, I wish I could just mute his mic, but it's fine. We got it. Game
Fine.
sounds
He's probably
are
not
going
going to talk anyways.
much higher quality.
Yeah, alright, so we do have some Lings coming, Guardians morphing at this third hatchery. Looks like it was just scouted. Luckily, he does have Guardians there now, and
he
we
does have
do
a
see
couple
Father
Raiders.
went Wraith, and ArtOfTurtle didn't build any Devourers. So this is kind of what I was talking about. It becomes a problem rapidly if you don't build any Devourers. So he did scan and see that, and now he's going to be able to take out the Guardians. And it seems like ArtOfTurtle's options in this game are slowly running out.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Father just kind of strangling him out. There's no way he can...
Yeah. I think those are probably Devourers at this point, but yeah, and then the Irradiate, so strong.
Irradiate, pretty good spell, man.
Having enough Irradiate for every Guardian is super strong. You do see ArtOfTurtle just not leaving the game yet. He's going to try and go into Ultras, looks like, and probably get that crack upgrade for Zerglings, although we do see Warp Gates pointing out for us that he is running low on gas. So, and I don't think he has any Evo Chambers, so his Ultras are going to be pretty weak. I don't know what the upgrades are on the bio.
Can we get a shot of the bio? Yeah. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. So 3, or, like, Ultras without upgrades are just going to melt to this, especially with Irradiate.
Yeah, 0-0 upgrades from the Zerg. So, pretty tough situation. Just nothing seemed to go right for him this game. He's going to make a couple counterattacks, but oh my gosh, a lot of Lings.
Oh man. Yeah, double bunker from Father. Really smart play. He knows he's super ahead in this game right now. Yeah, GG is called. Just not taking any chances at all. Very commanding first game from our Terran player, IRK Father.
Yeah, that was a really strong game from start to finish. I mean, we all knew Father, extremely strong Terran. He actually, though, had been talking about he wasn't feeling confident in his TDZ, so it's good to see that he's coming out with a fight.
I'm actually very glad that he took the first game, just because I was kind of afraid that he might tilt. So I feel just having the first win, especially against something a little bit weird from our Zerg player, might ensure us a good series here. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
just have our observer here checking with the turn rate.
Making sure everything's good with our players. Of course, their #1 priority. Honestly, just the fact that I am not in the game, I think, makes the lag 100 times better. Because my internet, pretty garbage. Pretty poverty tier. AOT sounds fine with it. Let's see, is Father not able to find it? Yeah, looks like we're rehosting for Father. Going into
we've had a little bit of issues as the players not being able to see the game.
It's a 2-player map. 2-player maps usually pretty good for Terran in this matchup. Am I correct in that? Because it's hard for Zerg to turtle and take a third and a fourth easily.
Yeah, look, normally I would say it kind of depends. So if the rush distance is really close, it's pretty nice for Terran in most matchups. So this is the kind of map I feel like we might see something like the Goliath build. But the other thing is this map particular, if you look at the 3rd and the 4th base for Zerg, in either of those corners, they're very small and the ramp is very close to the hatchery. So something like taking
Hey, can you make the game real quick? I can't join. Thanks, love.
Popping in, making sure we can get all our players in the game, pretty important. Yeah, this map is Neo Bloody Ridge for the uninitiated. Father able to hop right in, which is good, great. We got both our players. So you were saying, Strom, the rush distance being pretty short, good for Terran.
Yeah. And we can talk about that after we get into this game.
Yep, we're ready to do it.
Alright, so in the top right-hand corner of Neo Bloody Ridge, we have ArtOfTurtle from Clan Ash as our purple Zerg player.
And in the bottom left, our red Terran player from Clan IRK is Father.
Alright, so what I was saying is, okay, because it's a 2-player map and the rest distance is a little bit shorter, mech can be really strong on this map. But the second thing about this map specifically, and kind of also applies to Overwatch, is the 3rd and the 4th base for Zerg are small in area with 1 ramp. So something like taking your 3rd hatchery as your 3rd base, or just holding a 3rd and 4th base later, become a lot easier because you can get creep all the way to the ramp, and then you have lurker, ling, and sunk defend those bases both from like busts up to the hatchery and also from drops. So that, like, getting a 4-base Zerg on this map seems viable to me against Bio, but it plays a lot differently if you go against mech, because then lurkers are not as much of a feature.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we'll see if Father decides to go for the Goliath build on this map. We got models in the chat saying this is a good mech map, and model's pretty good, so definitely willing to hear him out on that one.
Yeah.
We got
And
Father
just the
putting his
placement of
barracks.
this rack right away looks like it might be mech, because it looks like it might be a good, I'm not sure if you can wall here, but it looks like you might wall and go mech. I'm not sure.
When you, correct me if I'm wrong, when you go mech, don't you usually want to wall off the naturals so that way you can get your 2 bases? Or is there a different kind of build that I'm thinking of?
No, that's different. You can do that on some maps, but
Right, not on this
no,
one, obviously.
not really.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
Too hard.
And he can like
Father saying, "Oh, that wall did not
it's a tight wall there.
not work out."
Oh,
That's
man.
too funny. Oh my gosh, boy, do I look foolish. He just walks in, walks out. No worries, man. It's fine.
I think if you put that depot 1 hex to the right, it actually is tight. Is the thing.
I don't know if you can put that depot 1 hex to the right, but he's got the command center coming up anyways, so little escapades. Looks like he's going for bio yet again. Just sticking to what worked.
Yeah, so no gas. Rax is banned again from Father.
And
I wonder if you meant to do that, or if he meant to not do that, and then the wall didn't work. Like, I wonder if that changed his plan.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. It's got to be. It could go either way, actually. I hate to be that guy, but like Father likes bio a lot.
That's
But
true.
at the same
he really
time,
does.
It's pretty suspicious when you wall off like that. Like, I would assume he would be taking a gas behind it. Oh, he's going for... Okay, no, he's just going for a second barracks. Everything's normal, yeah.
So we do see 3 hatch from the Zerg. 3rd hatch in main. Kind of an interesting play here. We'll see what he decides to do with that. Yeah, not too sure what his... Yeah, layer right away. So it looks like this is going to be either 3-hatch Vita or 3-hatch Winter.
Oh, this is too funny. Apparently, if you put the barracks in the hole, in this little gap here, it is a full wall.
Oh my god.
So, Father screwing the booch a little bit on that one. But, it's alright. It's alright.
It's alright. It's alright. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta change the score. My bad.
Alright. We haven't casted for a while, so...
And even when we did cast, My production value, I made no promises to have high quality production value. That was on you guys for coming to the stream.
The nice thing is because it's a live cast, we don't have to worry about you hiding the replay progress bar.
Oh, true. See, I fixed that by just having my webcam always show my face where the replay progress bar should be. So on the downside, then you have to look at my face. But on the upside, no more replay progress bar.
Seems good. Seems good.
Seems good. So you were
All
saying...
right. We do see the spire coming down. Sorry?
I guess it's not that important. I was going to say last game, you noticed that 4 lings were made, and that kind of threw you off a little bit. Do you only make 2 lings at first in 3-hatch Muto, like, consistently? And then you make a couple more later?
It really depends on your I hate to throw a tie to here, but it depends on like the mine efficiency and your gas timing. So the more
oh yikes.
he hit those lings really well, and then just destroying the T-Rex push. I would say that was really good for ArtOfTurtle because he already has his 3rd hatch started. I think he's gonna get both those medics. Anyway, sorry. With the lings, every ling you make makes you 4, basically, is what it is. Right. So sometimes if you get your gas later, you can afford to make more lings, but that makes your Muto timing later.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
The cycle of that, yeah. Right, but he did build a bunch of lings before Mutas and kind of ambushed that T-Rex Academy push. And now he's going to go into his 9 Mutas and looks like straight into Lurker immediately to defend that 3rd base. And you can see what I was talking about earlier in that base about the just kind of like the area being a little bit smaller, so it should be fairly easy to defend with Lurkers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the relatively quick Lurker play, even though he got his mutas out and everything, of course, but only going for the 9 mutas, am I correct? Yeah? Can we see how many mutas he has?
I think so. I think it was only 9 mutas. I only saw him make 9. We'll see if he flies 2 more, or across the map. Turret's not quite defending the main.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, this is going very well for Zerg right here. Just getting that first push, like, just kind of bodied for Terran, makes Zerg's position very strong on the map, and I expect him to go probably straight into Hive. Just based on how fast he got those lurkers. Now look.
Yep.
Queen's Nest coming down right now.
You're killing it right now. Attaway strong. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I mean, this guy's... I've been playing with this guy for, like, the past 5 days. He's been teaching me stuff, so...
Very true. Very true. Always helps when you're casting someone
it is...
you know pretty well.
Yeah, true. And I know Father as well pretty well, so... Muta's taking a bunch of damage on their way out, though. But did only lose 2, so... Still got some containment power with that, especially with Terran being kind of even in supply on Zerg. Of course, when you have Mutas out, it's a little bit of a supply buff for Zerg. Okay, what do you think of this?
I mean, for me, I know it doesn't tell the whole story, but like Warp Gates just pointed out, the supplies being even, it looks like a really good game for ArtOfTurtle. He's got the advantage from the jump with the lings surrounding the push. Had some good Muta harass, found a weak point. I think everything's going right for AOT. We'll probably go into game 3 even. But Father's pushing out. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see if he, in this case, because he stayed back, I think that ArtOfTurtle's going to have time to get... Oh, he hasn't started his lurkers yet. Oh, he's got
3 uppers.
Natural, though. Father can just bust his natural right now.
Man, if father busts the natural before these lurkers finish, that would be such a disappointing ending for ArtOfTurtle.
I'm pretty
gotta
sure
wonder.
that's what. Well. Yeah. So Terran can just do this.
Terran,
I think that Zerg will hold eventually. But this is definitely nice for. It's better for father after doing damage like this.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna get
sure.
so many drone kills with these drones just sitting right there.
So many drones.
Oh my gosh.
That's like a full control group of drones. I think you just got every single drone that was at the natural. Yeah, if you take a look at the supply, Zerg was like almost ahead of the supply. Oh my god, when he moved the drones back to the natural, he moved some from the main too, so I think he has like 3 drones left in the main.
You gotta wonder, like, ArtOfTurtle is not as much of a tilter as father is, but like, you gotta wonder what kind of impact that had on his mental game. Like, you gotta be feeling so good after all the initial encounters, and then to just lose that many drones like that.
Oh man. I guess the nice thing about the middle of this map is if you have lurkers there, Terran just can't go through.
Very true.
You have to go around on the high ground. So yeah, if you just look at the supply, like before that fight, like before he ran into the natural, they were both at about 75 supply, and now ArtOfTurtle down to 47 and father up to 84. So this looking much better for a Terran player. We do have 2 Evo chambers and the Defiler mount out. So we'll see if Zerg can get into Defilers and hang on a little bit and try and get ultras, but no units at the third base.
No units at the third. He's running back as fast as he can, but he's just getting picked off as he goes.
The thing is he's kind of doing this like battle Zerg style with the lurkers, but the problem is he doesn't actually have +1 carapace on the lurkers, so they're just not doing very well against the bio. I think the bio probably has upgrades too. 1-0 on the bio. So
yeah, that's extremely
there's the 1+1 carapace upgrade to fight that kind of head to head, which is what he's trying to do.
AOT
Let's have the
does have
bio trap
Defiler
there.
check. You can
But there's a drop
happen.
ship on the map.
Oh my gosh. Father making absolutely sure he doesn't get counterattacked with 4 bunkers in his natural.
I mean, it might seem excessive, but like he saw the amount of lurkers that were on the map. Second dropship scouted, but first drop not scouted yet. And I don't think that ArtOfTurtle is sitting on any links, so their nest might just go down before consumed. We'll see if he can kill this in time.
Looks like he's gonna clean it up
does get the dropship. Yeah.
We got another
we'll see if
drop
the second
coming.
drop is gonna get in there.
Oh my gosh! It just
does he see it? Does he see it?
Oh my
one
gosh!
Scourge connects, but he's not looking at it. It's kind of hiding over the overwork. He's just not looking at the dropship.
That's so sick.
If you watch his camera on the minimap.
That's so sick.
Oh man.
Scourge pop just to.
He does have links though. Does have the 1 muta. Instantly. Need to burrow those lurkers, otherwise the bio is gonna get up there. Oh no! Oh no! 2 get irradiated immediately. And father looking very strong. Very strong.
Yeah, father's kind of killing it right now.
Yeah.
Gotta say, go team. He is on CPL team Passion Daddies. So, repping his team well.
CPL, super active lately. Probably because everyone's stuck inside. But we're doing good.
Probably. I'll take the activity any way I can get it, man. If we have to have a pandemic happen, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Now we're sitting at 34 to 114 supply, but Zerg has Dark Swarm, so...
Lurkers under Dark Swarm, man. It works.
Pretty good. Yeah. Very, very strong opening for Zerg, but just that push in the natural and then those 2 drops just did so much damage, and Zerg just doesn't have a third base. I mean, Terran doesn't have a third base either, but Zerg without a third base is just... Like, there's only so many gas units you can get out on 2 gases.
Yeah, Zerg always wants to be a base ahead in both matchups. Just so dependent, especially in this, so dependent on getting those gas units out, like you said. Scourge, Defilers, Lurkers all take a ton of gas to make.
Yeah, basically, Zerg, just the way this matchup kind of works is Terran has a lot of initiative, and especially the way that ArtOfTurtle is playing this game, he just needs those gas units to defend the bio, because the bio ball just gets to be so strong that it's hard to fend off the medic marine and get into units like ultras. Once you're into like Ultra Defiler, you can really push out and start taking out Terran bases.
And we do see ArtOfTurtle GG out. 2-0 for Father, right. I gotta say. Not what I was expecting, but I'm glad to see it. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully,
I mean, these guys are both my teammates in different ways, so this is an exciting match.
Now I'm hoping we just get a good show match from AOT. Obviously, he's got the skills. He's a very strong player. It's just a matter of, is he having his best day right now? If he can just flush that last game and not give it any more thought, because like you said, he was pretty ahead at one point. You gotta just let it go and move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Show your best stuff for all 9 games, because we've got plenty of StarCraft left to play.
Yeah. I mean, it does make me wonder. I feel like he probably was expecting mech on that map. Because with a map like that, like I've even seen pros go third hatch at third base on that map. I feel like he definitely could have gotten away with that there and taken advantage of that against Bio, but he probably wasn't expecting for Bio play. And the kind of like the beginning of the game was a little bit off kilter. So it gets to be tricky.
All right, we got both players ready. We're going to get right into the third game.
All right, game 3 is going to be on Escalade. We have our Terran player currently up 2-0 in the bottom left, IRK Father.
And in the bottom right, we have our purple Zerg from Ash Clan, ArtOfTurtle.
Alright, map Escalade.
Yeah, have you seen many ZVTs on this map? Obviously, it's relatively new. I'm going to be straight. I didn't watch that much ASL, especially the TVT group. I was like, no. I know Flash is going to win.
I didn't watch the TVT group either. I watched all the other stuff, though.
Any idea? Seems like a pretty standard map to me, as far as ZVT goes.
Yeah. It's I feel like this isn't the matchup where this map is weird. Like, I feel like TVP, this map is a lot weirder. I don't think it's really, well, we're gonna see.
We're not gonna see that much that has to do with the maps. Let's... 8 racks, looks like a second SEV coming out, so it's gonna be BBS.
This doesn't surprise me at all. I think Father just played a show match on stream like maybe 5 days ago, and was BBSing everyone. Or that's what I saw on James' Discord. So, ArtOfTurtle going 12 patch, going to most likely auto lose to this.
Very unfortunate, man.
Very nice series play here from Father too, though. Yeah. I don't know. I like the way he plays TBZ. Like, it's kind of infuriating, but like also he really embraces the aggressive, like kind of initiative advantage with bio, and definitely pulling out a BBS. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's smart in a best of 9.
I agree, especially being up 2-0. What's the worst that happens? Somehow he holds, and then you're up 2-1 instead. Such a smart move to take a little bit of a risk like this.
And it's just a very strong build, and now that he's pulled it out, he's going to have to be afraid of it for the rest of the series.
We do see ArtOfTurtle scouting the main, seeing what's coming. Since there's no buildings in there, he's got to know it's going to be BBS.
Yeah, we'll see how he responds with this. It looks like he's going to let his hatchery finish. And maybe he'll throw down a sunk in his main. I'm not sure the exact response is for Zerg here. He is saving larva right away, and it looks like he's going to pull all of his drones. There is
nice that
Warpgate pointing out that mineral patch there. Like just right above. Very helpful for drone drills. Wow.
This is actually
I don't know if this
so
will
nice.
keep being good, but that was very good for Zerg at the beginning. He is losing a lot of drones now, though. Only 3 drones left.
And he did find a great little hideout there for his Marines. When the drones were getting a bunch of surrounds, it was getting worse and worse for our Terran player. But as he found a little hideout, it ended up being pretty good.
Oh man, the Lings just didn't get surface area immediately. We do have more Lings coming. We'll see ArtOfTurtle on 3 drones right now, and against 2 barracks production. So I believe you need 3 drones per hatchery to make consistent Lings. So he's probably going to want to try and keep, like, maybe try and sneak a couple more drones, but he might just, the SCV is doing a lot of work here in those fights.
Agreed. And even if you hold the SCV with 3 kills, Warp Gate's pointing out, that's hilarious. What a linebacker. SCV pretty strong.
Yeah. And that last fight that Zerg just took really wasn't good.
Looks like he's... What?
Oh. Father just GG's.
Father GG's out. Was that warranted?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he was ahead. Zerg was on 3 drones.
I'm so confused. SCVs are better than Zerglings.
Oh man, I hope he didn't just tilt himself.
I think he just tilted
feel like he
himself.
Did. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Anyhow, it definitely was. It was pretty good play from ArtOfTurtle. He did manage to get a good surround on the drones with that extra mineral patch that was helping for drone drilling. But
yeah, that was nice.
He was on 3 drones. So he did get a couple of nice surrounds. I guess maybe Father felt like he lost all his Marines there, and he didn't have anything at home. And ArtOfTurtle was left with like 6 Lings, and I think like 8 more Lings hatching after that. Alright, anyways, on to the next game. We have our 4th map is Tau Cross, and on the top right we have IRK Father.
And in the bottom right, we have AOT, our purple Zerg.
I think that I'm kind of like, as I think about this, like I don't know that he maybe should have given up right there, but I do think like the first drone drill where he pulled all his drones, there was that extra mineral patch to help with the micro, and he got like 4 Marines immediately without losing any drones. Then he did lose a bunch of drones, but he already had like 450 minerals banked, and then he just immediately built 10 Lings. And he did like good with the Lings on the first fight, then took 1 bad fight, But then I think he snuck another drone. And then the last fight that he took, I think he killed the entire Bioforce for Terran and the SCV. And Terran only had Marines coming out of the middle of the map. So maybe, I think the Lings get to Terran's base before any more Marines get there. So maybe he just felt like he couldn't hold the Lings.
Yeah, that seems
Because there'd probably be
reasonable.
like 8. Yeah.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of Marines, and he was worried that Zerg had like a critical mass that he just couldn't fight anymore. So would have obviously loved to see it play out, but not father style. He's gotta keep it fresh.
I may not be cutting out for them, but I would appreciate if you talk closer to your mic.
All right.
Alright, thanks. Alright, we do see ArtOfTurtle, no bullshit, 12 hatch again. Afraid. No fear. And we see there is no reason for him to fear. Father just going to barracks in, I think, again. I mean, it might get gas, but seems like the placement on that barracks.
Twice in a row. That would have been hilarious. Like, I know it would never happen.
I've seen him BBS 3 times in a row on Showmatch before, so...
Are you serious? That's absurd.
Are you casting with me? I feel like you were casting with me. Yenta versus Father. This was a while ago.
Yenta versus Father? No, was... You were casting with Babo. I remember that. I was gone.
Oh, I was casting with Babo? I don't think I've ever casted with Babo. Might have been with Tim.
It might have been with Tim. I thought it was Babo, but I specifically remember being in Mexico during that time, though.
Okay. Well, anyways, he BBS 3 times in a row.
That's so funny. Is that the same series where he went mass dropship?
Oh, that was against Lingapong. That was Tim and Babo casted that match. Yeah.
That's so good.
Good times. Always down to playing show matches. Much appreciated. I feel like whenever I post in IRK and I'm like, hey, anyone want to play a show match? He's like, sure, I'll play.
Yeah. IRK always down to rep the clan.
Yeah, alright, we see 2 racks. Hatch from Zerg. Very standard again.
Really no nonsense from ArtOfTurtle. He's just sticking to his game plan. Like, he's had some minor variations on what he does, the 3 hatch, how fast he techs up, and so forth. But very interesting to just see. He's like, he's not messing around. He's sticking to what he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's a macro player. He likes playing macro games. He likes getting his hive tech out. And we're really just seeing that in the builds that he's choosing. So he's just playing his own game here, not letting Terran dictate what he's going to do, I guess. Same thing, just going bio. Not really a mech player, at least so far. I would like to see him pull out the Goliath for one match point, but we'll see what happens.
I'd like to see, just a little bit. The BBS was a very nice touch, but just a little bit of variation. Make them think on their feet a little bit, you know? Like, it's easy to get in the... And to be fair, they very well may be saving some of their tricks for later on. But always good to keep throwing them off, vary your builds a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you never know. It looks like Zerg's going mute at this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him go lurker at least one game. And we have seen, like, we did see that first game build out of ArtOfTurtle, that Guardian Rush. That was not standard play.
Oh, very true. Very true. I forgot about the Guardian Rush for a second there.
That was a very sneaky build.
I maybe...
we do see... Oh.
No, you go ahead.
I said we do see Father going into more racks, so it's not going to be really fast tech from Terran, like you sometimes see with 2X Academy. it's going to be 2 racks into. The surround on the Link's not quite as good this time. I don't know that he's going to get all of the bio. Yeah. 3 Marines left over. You did notice that, like the first time he got that surround off in the game on Bloody Ridge, what happened was he ran through and then attacked, and he got really good surface area on Marines, but that time he kind of had the medics in the way and the Link didn't get as good surface area. So, he didn't manage to kill the entire push.
Really pumping out Lings this game, but managing to avoid making sunkens in the process. What do you think about that? Like, would you rather make 14 Lings, or would you rather make a couple sunkens?
I don't know. Actually, I think maybe Lings are nice because they're more mobile, and you can counterattack. But if you don't have sunkens, you can't really counterattack. So I don't know. Because Father is such an aggressive player, just locking down your natural isn't enough. It might be better to have the Ling so that you can be sure that you're going to kill the bio, or at least be able to get in his face if he tries to like lock down your third or something really early. Like, I feel like maybe that's the logic, because when you make sunkens, you kind of trap yourself really quickly.
Right. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Oh man, I think he's gonna get this
pushing
over.
out again. Gonna be able to take out a single Overlord. But with all the mutas back at home, should be able to hold.
I mean, it's only 8 mutas, and that's a lot of bio. I don't know about this.
I honestly should just stop making predictions.
He had Link. He's okay. He had Link.
Okay, we're good.
I didn't see the Link. I didn't realize it was going Link. It's okay now.
We're good.
56 to 51 supply, pretty normal with mutas out. Father did kind of lose 2 groups of bio though, so I'm feeling okay about Zerk's position right now, to be honest. If he hadn't gone for the extra 2 racks as he was pushing out with 2 racks Academy, he would be really behind. But he also probably wouldn't have moved out because he would have been attacking really fast. Does he just have... Oh, okay.
Throwing down that Queen's Nest, getting into Hive. He's got his third base going down over on the left side of the map.
This is again kind of the... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Mutalisk's coming over to harass, but what were you going to say?
I was going to say this again just looks like the build that he's been kind of showing me. Pretty fast starport's going to be... Grass. Not wasting too much APM on that. I don't think he saw right when the... Oh no, he does see. I just saw his screen mouse over it. So we'll see what he decides to do about this bio force that's on the map. Hopefully he's got lurkers at his third base soon. Just heading over there now to try and help defend. And yeah, lurkers hatching out of the third hatchery. Gonna morph those into lurkers right away and see if we can lock down that third base and get into Hive with a decent economy. Hopefully we can see some good late game.
And always a feels good moment when you're able to just when you're feeling so safe that you can just hatch Hydralisks from your third base and then make those into lurkers instead of having to run over Hydralisks or run Hydralisks over.
Yeah, usually you can only do that against 5 racks actually, but because he lost the 2 pushes, he's able to be more on the map, trying to kind of bait the bio towards the full position lurkers. We'll see if it's gonna work. Warpgates did just point out to us that Father, I think he scanned 2 places but didn't scan the third. Looks like he might not know this map very well because he scanned top left.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He thinks it's a 4-player maybe, or I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for Father. I'm sure he knows it's a 3-player. But
I think he
yeah,
knows those 3-player. I think he just doesn't know where the main is. Oh man, look at this counterattack. The one game that he doesn't build like 8 extra bunkers.
Oh my gosh, how many SCVs is he gonna get killed right here? Oh, Father does a pretty good job pulling and lifting. But yeah, gonna be super hard. His bio's all kind of clumped up there. Gonna be hard to get out and fight him.
We'll see how many sunks he has at his natural. Hopefully he has lurkers at his natural as well. Oh yeah, he does.
Couple sunks, some lurkers, yeah.
With the bio on the map. Does just lose about 4 mutas there, but is going to get the scanner that's on the ground. Luckily, Father does have a vessel out, so he should be okay for detection for the moment. No Scourge on the map. Nidus on the way, so Hive is done.
This just seems like such a great... I mean, obviously, it's a really great position for ArtOfTurtle. Not mining from the natural for Father. ArtOfTurtle's got 3 bases. And there's just not a great way in sight other than continuing to irradiate with these vessels that are popping out.
You have Scourge on the way. I'm going to try and get those vessels, but they are pretty well protected by the bio force for now. And doesn't have any links to send at the same time. So we'll see if we can help that out with the 1 muta. But it's okay. I mean, Terran doesn't need a natural. Look, you're still up 30 supply. He's fine.
He's good. Who needs a second
base? The vessel,
base?
though. The vessel pickup. Did he get 2 or 1 science vessels there?
I believe.
Oh, I think it was only 1.
Yeah. Getting his 4th base. Attempting to get his 4th base.
Yeah, that's only 1 lurker. This seems a little bit greedy to me, but we'll see. I think maybe his defilers are almost done. Oh, wow, he made a lot of lurkers. I wonder if he has +1 carapace. I don't know. No +1 carapace yet. Tyler's on the way.
Does he even have an Evo chamber? Where's the... Am I just crazy?
Oh, no Evo chamber.
Wow. Going for a very fast tech at the expense of upgrades.
Yeah, so he kind of did a weird thing. Usually you get upgrades and lurkers and slower tech, or you get really fast tech. But instead he got lurkers and fast tech. Kind of 2 out of 3. I think because he did so well picking off the Kirks of Bio at the beginning of the game.
Father going... It looks like both sides going to be attacking. Let's see what's going on with Zerg Natural. Father looks like he could bust, but Defiler's just coming out. Can he get stuff through the Nidus before it goes down?
I don't think Consume's done yet.
Oh my gosh. That would be
Doesn't it run
brutality.
And
not like this.
Oh man, oh man. Can he do it? Can he get... Oh, a Radiant comes down the Defiler. Does lose the natural. No energy on the Defilers. Loses both Defilers. Oh man. This is so much better for Terran than for Zerg. So much better for Terran right now. Look at the supply.
It's just not even...
Zerg just dropped so much supply. And he's about to lose all his tech.
That's so unfortunate.
Father just taking a second to macro there. 2-1 Marines.
This is twice now that AOT has seemed in a commanding position, and then Father managing to get himself back in the game. He's erasering the drones. That's just annoying. Oh my gosh, eraser.
Very annoying.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's throwing down a hatchery. That's kind of surprising.
Extra macro hatch. He is losing all his tech. He does need to find a way to get rid of this bioforce if he does want to stay in the game. Father going for the spawning pool right away, not targeting the Defiler mount. Oh, GG is called. GG is called from AOT. Alright. IRK Father takes his 3rd map win on Towcross. Is this Flash?
Is this Flash? Who knows? Who knows? Other than, give me just 1 second. We're gonna take a very, very fast break. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. Thank you for your patience. We got both players ready, going into Game 5. Father currently up 3-1. I will change the score right now.
What is the score right now? Does it say 1-1?
It said 2-1. I've actually been pretty on top of it.
Damn. Alright, so Game 5 on Match Point. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have ArtOfTurtle, our Zerg player from Clan Ash.
And in the top right, we have our Red Terran player, IRK's father. Alright, so Father managing to win the 3 macro games and actually lose the game that he BBS'd to 12 hatch. Kind of surprising, but we'll see if that dissuades him from cheesing in the future. Never a bad idea, I feel like, to cheese when you're ahead in the series. Like I said earlier, it's either you get an easy win or you're not down by as much. Always a good opportunity to take risks, but we'll see what he does.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to choose. I think if we're going to see a mech build, it's going to be on this map in the series.
Yeah, it would definitely be very cool. Oh, okay, we're back.
But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Seems to be lagging just a little bit.
Yeah, my internet was being weird, but we're back. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think that this is the most, like, this and New Bloody Ridge seem to be the most, like, mech maps in TVZ. But, like, I really feel like the Goliath build is really strong on this map. Just because the rush distance is short and the natural is, like, wallable, so it's kind of hard to make a Hydra Bust work. But we do see the position of the racks. I think he might just go barracks defend again. We'll see.
Yeah, it looks like it. Usually you want to make your gas on 12, I believe, as a Terran player going next. So looks like he's just going to go for racks expand. And as you said, if we don't see mech on this map, looking increasingly unlikely that we're going to see mech at all from Father.
Yeah, we do see just 12 hatch, straight up 12 hatch out of Zerg again. No 9 pool. So just standard play again so far. Does look like he's going to be going for a 3 hatch play as he hasn't gotten his gas yet. From Zerg.
Did he go 12 hatch, 13 pool? Oh no, the pool's already pretty close to that. Never mind.
So racks expand from Terran. Are you holding up the USA?
You know, I am based in Seattle, which is, I'm gonna self-proclaim it as the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreaks. But I'm doing all right. Just making sure we're staying inside, staying safe, making sure we don't spread anything. How are you doing out in Canada?
Doing pretty good. I'm in a pretty remote location, so we were doing fine. We actually met in person for D&D yesterday because there's no cases in our area, but there is a presumed case as of today, so I think that is now over for us, which is sad because we were planning on playing on Sunday. So I'm sad about that, but
yeah, I had
just gotta be safe, stay at home.
I had to video chat into my D&D group, and knowing my internet, it was a frustrating experience, to say the least. However, managed to get it done. Always good to get some social interaction, even when everyone's kind of stuck in their house. Old warp gates, very good observer.
With the title shot.
You gotta take the shots when you see them.
Alright, just got some Marines No bunker from Terran. Not scared. Got an SCV in the base. Sees that Zerg only made 2 links. Of the natural. So we'll see you build some more Zerglings at some point, just to be safe. I'm just building drones for now, getting that lair, and just standard 3 attribute play, like I said. Waiting for him to go lurk for 1 game.
That would be fun. See even an aggressive battle Zerg type of lurker. But it's also I also like just seeing the little variations that each player makes. They're like, sometimes it's just like, okay, I executed poorly, but sometimes there's just little strategic decisions you can change up depending on what you see. Father looks like he's moving out. I believe that he's going to have the medics in there. Yes, he does.
At T-Rex Academy, I think there's only 1 sunken for Zerg, so I actually... Is Terran just gonna bust? Or is he making... I think he might be making...
AOT.
He actually didn't scout that it was T-Rex Academy, but also Father almost never plays 5x+1, and this is not the map for it either. I don't know about this. This seems just very late. Yeah, Evo chamber in the front, but I think Father will just run past that.
It is drawing fire. Killing so many drones yet again, though. I mean, that's been
You
the
just
real...
got 6 drones. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Full control group of drones again.
Yikes.
Does defend, so doesn't lose the game to that push immediately, but definitely that was a good exchange of turn. And he didn't even lose all of his entire Marine medic force there. So Father should be, again, feeling pretty good in this game.
And that's an underrated move. Like, pulling back, he could have easily sacked the rest of that force and gotten not that much damage done, but smartly pulls back, tries to save as much as he can, even though he does end up losing a lot of the Marines to the Zergling force. He keeps the 2 medics alive, saves him from having to spend that gas on more medics, makes his tech just a little bit faster. So always nice.
As Zerg, you're always disappointed when you don't get those medics. We do see he's going. He went 2x Academy into 4x again, right away. Not teching immediately, but so. Pretty quick tech. Here. And looks like they're going into lurkers and gonna take that top left base as a 3rd base here.
Yikes.
No doubt. Fingers crossed, expected sometime, should get the 3rd base up this time around. Oh? Hello?
Hello?
You there?
I'm there. My computer's losing its mind right now. I think we're back. We're good.
This is why you're not in the game.
This is exactly God bless for not being in the game. Again, shout out to Warp Gates, kind of the man for obsing for us, so we don't have to worry about it.
What happened to the stream? At least internet is garbage. That's what happened to the stream.
Yeah, the stream went and pooped the bed for a little bit, but we're back.
Man, I didn't. That 3rd base up there does have 2 ramps, so that's problematic for Zerg. No lurkers at the natural.
Father
just
looking
yet.
like he's gonna bust. There's a lot of sunken.
He's gonna try and bust. We're just gonna see if the lurkers hatch in time to stop this, basically. Oh, but two lurkers behind. And Terran just running by. Oh, but 4 lurkers just hatch here. This looks... Hold this. I would say this is... I don't know. I'd lose some mining time. And Terran does get a free scout off with no scan. Immediate scan there to the lurker. I think this was okay. Well, it's getting better every drone he gets, actually. I think that's the Defiler mound that just got started. Oh man, losing 4 drones to 2 Marines doesn't feel good.
That feels bad.
I just didn't have any lings. And that was 5 drones. Probably that adrenal upgrade has started on the lings now. We see ArtOfTurtle very poor, and if he decides to go bust the 3rd base, there's only 1 lurker there. 2 lurkers down to defend the push, but he never sends it back.
And he is getting his tech out. He's getting a couple more one more barracks, and he's getting his starports up so that he can get some vessels irradiated. Killed enough lurkers. I mean, like, every lurker you lose just makes it that much harder to deal with irradiate. If you have 16 lurkers, you're not even stressing about science vessels. But it looks like AOT pretty short on lurkers as of right now. Father manages to get up the ramp.
On money.
Oh man. Oh man. Can he actually?
Just didn't scan fast enough.
He's not scanning. Oh my gosh.
But it don't matter. Like Terran's got lurker. Warpy is showing us the lurker has 10 kills. But Father's still gonna get the hatchery. Looks like alright, and we're on a counterattack. Father does have a dropship out. But I think he feels like probably getting the 3rd base up isn't gonna happen at this point, so he's just gonna try and do a counterattack. I wonder if 2 base Defiler is good on this map.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out. If he...
I meant like purposeful for 2 base Defiler, but...
I'm just gonna stop talking. This is my contribution, is my Twitch account to the stream. The rest of you guys.
Apparently the stream isn't even working. Oh my god.
I just said the Twitch account. Least terrible. Everyone knows we're only here for Strom. But... And Father, of course. Everyone wants to see Father's latest escapades.
I mean, these are great games.
Dropship.
So he's gonna try and take that. Oh man. I don't think he has. All of his lings are here. So I think he can. Oh yeah, he's gonna get the spawning pool. Which really sucks because like lings are really the way to clean up drops like that.
Right. That's
so getting the spawning pool seems very smart from Father to me. So yeah, Zerg can't make drones anymore or lings anymore.
Big counterattack from AOT, but I don't see it doing much damage. It looks like it's gonna get cleaned up pretty easily. Lurker's pretty strong.
I mean, the Bioforce is like the majority of the Marines are in Terran's base right now. Like, this definitely isn't ideal for Zerg. Oh man, that one fire bat.
Fire bat's pretty
But
strong.
like
7 kill fire bat, yeah, no big deal.
I don't know. Yeah, I think this is still good for Terran if you look at the supply. Especially with that drop happening at the same time. He did almost get him though. Like I feel like if he had had 2 more lurkers with that push, Terran might have just died there.
You know, I'm gonna give AOT some credit here.
Pointing out that there's 2 lurkers at the 3rd base. He should have just gone all in. I mean, that might be it though. Maybe he shouldn't have tried to get a 3rd base up. Maybe he should have just gone all in. I don't know. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, even though he's been having some problems getting busted, I like how ArtOfTurtle is scrapping the games up a little bit. He's like, you know what? I'm taking some damage, but I'm not just gonna GG out real quickly. I'm gonna get up to Defilers. I'm gonna make some counterattacks with Ling's Lurkers. You never want to just. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking again. But
he's definitely not giving up.
He's not giving up, exactly.
Like, he's not just getting his third busted and GG now. So it's definitely giving us some longer macro games, even if Zerg is behind in a lot of these cases. Looks like he's going to make some more workers. Yeah. He's just set, yeah, you're right, he's just set himself up for the reverse sweep. We do have Overwatch coming up in the map pool, which is a pretty good map for CBT, in my opinion. Looks like there's 3 dropships full of Marine Medic coming to the third base. There are 2 lurkers there right beside the hatchery. But I think that there might be enough Marine Medic that it just doesn't matter. Oh, he is sending 2 home. Zerg does have kind of a little bit of a... He has claimed the high ground up there with Dark Swarm.
Some nice micro from Father, taking out a couple, or taking out a lurker.
Taking out the lurker. Yeah. Oh man.
That's unfortunate that those were
Jones is not what you want in that instant.
Not exactly. Not the play.
Alright, they're still kind of just limping through this game. Yeah, Father's still on 2 bases, but Terran can stay on 2 bases for a while. Although I think his main's almost mined out.
Yeah, he's almost mined out.
Still got quite a bit.
It's definitely not a huge deal. Like, he's got map control. He can take it the third whenever he pretty much wants to.
Yeah.
But
he also has a huge bank. At almost 3K. Yeah. And Zerg broke.
Oh, this has gotta be sick.
Oh man, huge drop in the main, too. Double.
Oh my gosh.
All the drones in the main. We do have 2-1 for Terran on the bio, and I think we only have +1 carry phase for Zerg right now.
Yeah, and he's gonna lose all the rest of his tech. Probably. All the rest of the units are just way out there. It just doesn't seem possible to come.
Yeah. Oh. Let's get 3 vessels. So always a good feeling, but not as good when you have Marines killing all your tech at the same time.
Father just gonna go crazy, run past the Dark Swarm to try and pick off these Defilers.
Yeah, 1 lurker, 2 Defilers there. I'm not sure where he remade his spawning pool. Or did he lose it twice? Did he rebuild it in the main?
I think he lost it twice, yeah. GG.
Every time a game ends, I keep like going to exit out of the game, and then I realize we don't have to do that.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, there was a point during the last game where I like tried to click on one of the units to see what the upgrades were, and then I was like, oh wait, that's not how it works. Is it just me, or is Warp Gates StarCraft not popping up right now?
It's black. The screen's black right now.
Yeah. Rip the dream. Oh, Warp Gates said power went out for an instant. We'll be right back, folks. Don't worry about it. We got some more games coming at you. Father up 4-1, putting on a good showing.
Yeah, all those macro games just wrecking. And very good. ArtOfTurtle is, I feel like, he seems to keep losing when he tries to counterattack, to me.
Yeah, it seems like... Oh, he's back. All right, perfect. 1 second. We're in there.
Oh, he's back. Look at that.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. D rank, what a scrub. Lol. Imagine.
I
No,
think my
it's fine.
MMR is like 1300 right now.
My MMR.
I don't know
is
why Snipe won't
garbage.
give me T3. I
mean,
should be tier 3.
Since Snipe beat me with a Zerg, that means you get tier 3, right? I thought that was the agreement.
Yeah, but he is a problem, and he will not honor his agreements.
Wow, I threw that game for you.
Our model lags, we can't let it. Tell him to join Lee's stream.
Alright, Father raring to go. He said, let's keep this momentum going. He's very much a momentum player.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, next map is Clayfields. So in the top left, we have ArtOfTurtle. What's happening? Our Zerg player from Ash.
And in the bottom left, we have our blue Terran, IRK's father.
Post in the chat saying that this is his favorite map. Pretty good map. I'm into it.
This is actually my least favorite map, to be perfectly honest with you. Against Terran. If this observer can stop talking, that would be ideal. Anytime I say the word least, he's like, oh, is because his name is Least.
That's probably why Faust likes it. We're missing the music.
We are?
We don't have StarCraft music, or I don't hear it.
I'll turn it up. I'll turn the game sounds up. Give me just 1 second.
I just don't hear it at all. Not that maybe it's just like me on the Discord call. They have music. I just don't have music. All right.
Yeah. Everyone else thinks we have it.
Oh. I just don't have music. It's fine. Be right back crying.
Be right back.
Alright, so. Looks like Father is going to rack expand again. I am almost certain he is going to do this on all the remaining maps unless he BBSs.
He gets gas. Wow. What a play from Father.
Wow, just as I say it. Is he in the call?
It's the caster curse. That's super funny. Ow. He didn't go on Match Point or Neo Bloody Ridge, but he will go on Clayfields. It makes some sense, though. With how narrow the pathways are, because of these giant hills in the middle, mech can make a lot of sense, especially tanks. Like, there's just not a good way to spread out your units to avoid taking splash damage.
Yeah, and those high ground spots are very good for tanks and Goliath pushes. Like, that's very hard to defend for Zerg. So, yeah, it makes sense. Zerg 12 patch again. So, looks like we're gonna have another macro game here. Unless Zerg decides to bust them,
against
we'll see what happens.
Matt, right?
Not necessarily.
Oh. I thought that was why 2-hatch was popular now, just because it was better against mech.
I think if you have really good muta micro, 2-hatch is pretty good against mech. And the other thing is if it's 1-1-1, you don't have to, like, if you go 3-hatch muta, if you see gas and you don't know if it's mech or 1-1-1, then you have to get Hydras.
Right.
Actually scouted the gas though, did he? I don't know if he got his drone all the way in there or not.
He didn't get his drone all the way in there. Warp gate's showing us the whole of Father's base is just dark.
Fog of War. He doesn't see the time near the CC, I think, with his Overlord. So he should know that something is afoot. And hopefully he throws down a sunken colonnade soon. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot to the Vulture.
Oh, Vulture already coming out in the Sunken Colony, not done.
That is not what you want. I still don't see. Oh, he is adding one now. Okay. Just trying possible. Oh, man, he just added that. Creep Colony is so late. Hopefully, he's building more Zerglings, or he's gonna lose a lot of drones to this Vulture.
Man, you know how much a Vulture
the
costs?
armory.
You know how much a Vulture costs? 75 minerals.
It's free.
It
free.
Is basically better deal than the Zergling. And I say that.
Yeah. Imagine that. Just getting drones already. Like this, having a Vulture in your base is just not what you want.
Just such a hassle to deal with. Vulture's so micro.
He's not. Yeah, he's just not mining from his natural. He's lost like, oh wow, 5 drones off that Vulture, and I think he lost at least 1 drone off the other. Or I guess he got 2 links with that as well. I think he's lost about 4 drones total.
Father can literally
4 or 5
do this
drones
all
total.
day, man. Like this man will not stop.
Yeah, I mean, you check out his APM. He's sitting at like 320. He's a very fast player, Father. So he's definitely able to micro that Vulture and still hit his build. It is going to be the Goliath build. You see that he put that armory down.
I mean,
oh man, 13 kills on that Vulture.
That's just so absurd.
It's completely ridiculous. Oh man, he had a chance to kill it there and he didn't kill it. Because he stopped moving it. Okay.
Oh,
finally the Vulture goes down. But that, like, he lost so much economy to that Vulture, guys.
Yeah, I mean, with the Goliath timing coming up, this should be pretty hard to deal with.
I mean, that's the advantage of, he's not even gonna go mutas. He was gonna do a muta build. He's just ignoring that, and he's just gonna go hydras to try and stop this Goliath build. So what he's kind of banking on is that Father is not going to build very many tanks, and he's just gonna try and go hydras to stop this because he just doesn't have the economy left to go mutas. He might even go lurkers. I wouldn't be completely surprised, but I think if he's gonna try and do a macro game, he has to go hydras.
If he goes lurkers, what does that mean? Is that just a type of bust that
All
you
in.
can attempt? Yeah.
Yeah. Lurkers aren't good against mech, except for the fact that they get detection later. So there's like a timing you can hit and try and bust them because they don't have detection. But we do see the Academy coming up now, Warpgate showing us. I need Father on 3-fact Goliath and putting turrets in his natural, so I don't think he's going to die to a lurker all-in. Third hatch coming down, taking close third. So I believe that if Zerg takes the close third base against Mac per turn, the plan is to try and break the push. So I think we're going to see ArtOfTurtle just macro up and build a lot of Hydralisks and try and break the Goliath push. If you take a far third against Mech, it's more likely that they're going to try and counterattack.
That makes a lot of sense. So he has 4 hatcheries total. Just macro and hydras. You said he's gonna just try and hopefully see if he can break this push, and then what's his plan from there? Just try and counter bust?
He's not gonna break the push. If you go into a macro game, but I don't think he's gonna break the push.
Yeah, there's like equal numbers of Goliaths and Hydralisks here, so it looks pretty unlikely.
I think the Goliaths probably have enough. Oh, not quite. Look, I think Father's probably waiting for that upgrade to finish to go in.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Not gonna hit the anti-timing there. And Zerg doesn't have. Oh man, high ground. Zerg doesn't have the +1 attack on Hydras, so you want that +1 range. Oh man, losing a Hydra for free. Let's have the high ground advantage here. Man, I thought that was coming into a sun, not just into a creep colony there. Is building Lings to kind of absorb some of the damage from the Goliaths. I don't know. He did lose a lot of Goliaths. Oh, he built drones. I don't know why he built drones. He did lose a lot of Goliaths trying to go up the ramp, but the extra rally for Zerg just wasn't there. And yeah.
Oh my god.
Just not seeing a lot of units for Zerg right now. And Father didn't. I mean, if you re-rallied those Goliaths across the map, I think the game would be over right now. But I guess we'll see.
I mean, as far as the game isn't already over, that's...
Hydra speed just finished. So that's good. The Hydras are a lot less useless now. And he still isn't building tanks, so being on pure Hydra, pretty good. Only one add-on for Father still. Supply is still good for Terran. But Father did float a lot of money during that push.
Very true. He's still, even after spending some of his money, he's got 700 minerals left.
He does have +1 on his mech now, and he has a tank out, so that's good. Zerg trying to get the third base up. You did see that Evo chamber came down. He's going to be getting a +1 range attack on that to try and make his Hydras do a little bit more DPS here.
And now that tanks are up, Hydras are gonna start melting pretty fast here, right? Like, especially if he has siege mode.
Yeah, if he has siege, like either way, 43 supply Zerg is not what you want against 88 supply of mech. Like, he just doesn't have enough units to stop this. Macro up units right now, but the Vulture did so much damage at the beginning that he just became very poor.
And remember, folks, all of this happened because of the 75 mineral investment from Terran. Don't ever forget the power of the Vulture.
Vultures are broken. Just in case you're wondering. Alright, so those siege tanks going to attack the Sunkens from the high ground. Zerg can't really attack that because of A, the supply are bad, and B, all of Terran's units are on the high ground, so that's like just unbreakable right now.
Yeah, doubly bad for the Zerg trying to attack up there.
So siege tanks right now, by the way, is why he went back home.
Yeah, there's no siege tanks on high ground. I joke a lot about how annoying siege tanks are as a Protoss player, but like, it takes really good positioning to actually make full use of them, and putting them on the high ground like that, making such good use, they're never going to get broken. Especially with so many Goliaths to tank shots for them.
Yeah, this push is just, I don't know how he's gonna break this. I'm not sure. Looks like he's building Mutas. That's how he's gonna break it. That's the plan. Don't think it's gonna work.
Not quite enough.
Yeah, just very strong push from Terran. Made even stronger by the fact that he got some drones at the beginning. Wow. Game. From Father.
Father's just putting on a show. Another GG from ArtOfTurtle. Father locks up the victory in the series.
And this is not a good day for Zerg. Not a good day for Zerg.
If you wanted hope that Zerg had a chance in this matchup, turn the stream off.
I hear it was.
Walk away. Don't ever come back to watch this VOD. It's not worth it. It's not worth the pain.
Hang around for one more game though, because we do have Overwatch next. And Overwatch is an okay map for ZBT. Like, I don't want to get your hopes up, but Overwatch is okay. Overwatch is a good map for ZBT. So, if he can manage to stay alive on any map, I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Is it 4-1 or 5-1 right now?
It's 5-1 right now.
Father does officially win the series with that game.
Yeah, Father clinches. Do we trust least Warp Gates types? Never. Never, ever.
No. That's your first mistake. Alright, so our 7th map is going to be Overwatch. And in the top left-hand corner, we have IRK's father as the Red Terran player, who has now officially won the series with the score being 5-1.
And in the bottom right, we have our purple Zerg, ArtOfTurtle, hoping to make a little bit of a comeback, hoping to just show that it's a good matchup, you know? If pride's still on the line, even if the series is technically.
Yeah, I hope he manages to pull out at least one more win, or I just feel like I've made a terrible matchup here. I was actually worried
I didn't even say that.
I was actually worried.
First of all, I'm sorry, continue.
We have a backseat driver here in this cast, and it is the observer. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to be 8-1, because that would be sad. I hope he can pull one more win. I was actually worried that it was going to be favored in the other direction. Because when I told Father about the matchup initially, he said, I'm not feeling very good about my TVZ, and I think that ArtOfTurtle is a bit better than me. So, I was like, oh no.
He's definitely got a confidence booster coming his way.
Yeah.
Living the dream right now.
And I think that goes a long way for Father as well. Like we were talking earlier, I think that he's on a high right now, and that's helping him to play better.
Agreed. Kind of weird barracks positioning. I know.
Look at a wall.
Like, I've seen Father stream a few times, and back when Overwatch was still a ladder map, he actually likes to go for a full wall and go mech on this map, but it looks like he's...
It's like a
He's
wall.
still got the wall. It doesn't look like he's gonna get the gas, though.
He just got the gas.
What? Why do I say these things? I
don't know. That's bad. He's just trying to confuse us now.
He's literally just messing with me. Oh my gosh.
Zerg takes that base as the third base. I'm just gonna be confused.
What do you usually take? The middle, bottom?
He's bunker rushing. I
Savage.
usually take bottom left. I think you should have kept going and trying to get the Marines. Yeah. Oh, loses one drone already.
And
Man,
this is
gotta be
relatively
tilting.
low commitment from Father. Like, he's got
Yeah.
a couple SCVs. He's got 3 SCVs over here. Oh my gosh, ArtOfTurtle blocking so well.
Oh
but
man.
can't
But
keep
2
it up
Marines
forever.
get in the
2
bunker.
Marines get in, yeah.
And I think he lost 5 drones in that exchange there. So all of these games, just we're seeing a pattern of Zerg just losing drones at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
What we
Yeah.
have an is this boxer in the chat.
Is this boxer?
It
If
is.
he finishes off the series, with 3 consecutive bunker rushes, then we'll talk about it. Right now he's flat.
Oh, and he had to build so many lanes, and he might not even break the bunker with his repair.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
That is such a good ability, man.
Oh man.
GG, well played. Wow. A quick one. How good was it for GBT?
It's really good unless you lose to a bunker rush, I guess.
6-1 for father.
Well,
this is something
6-1 for father.
Our next map will be in the way of an Eddie. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, ArtOfTurtle, I feel like has a really good mindset, but at this point, I would be sad. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gotta
be
hard.
No matter how good your mental game is, when you lose 7 out of 8, you gotta be a little bit tilted. I say as a person with terrible mental game, but like.
And also, like, the game he won was a BBS. Like, it was a very weird game that he won.
Right, exactly.
I think you should 9-pool, though. Honestly. Maybe not on this map. It's a very big map. I don't know.
I could see 9-pooling. Just because, like, A, you gotta do something. The macro games aren't working for you. But B, with the reverse ramps, it becomes a little bit irritating to try and hold early aggression like that. A lot of times you can just...
Our 7th map is in the way of the Eddie. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have IRK Father, currently at 6-1 in the series.
And in the bottom right, we have our ArtOfTurtle.
I hope I did not, because you were cutting out a lot for me.
No, yeah, the chat has been saying if you guys have any problems with how the stream is going, please do let us know. I just don't know. Like, I was saying 9-pool would be kind of fun, but in all honesty, I don't really know what ArtOfTurtle should do right here.
I think you should go lurkers.
Alright.
Other says he's having trouble with his internet.
Fortunately,
I'm actually surprised I'm surprised ArtOfTurtle hasn't been lagging, because I found that he lags often in games. Oh, yeah, it's good.
I'm glad for sure. This has been a pretty good setup. Who we got tomorrow, by the way? We got George versus 911 or 911.
No, we have George versus IRK Age. So BT George versus IRK Age.
Sweet. So that'll be a good one. That will be tomorrow at 1 Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time, am I correct?
Yes, 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's a little bit, the North American time zones changed recently because of daylight savings time. So just make sure that you're sure what time it is, but we will announce it in the CPL channel, and I'll put it in the Lmaster Discord. And I'll put it in the BWCL Discord as well. So, I'll put in the RK Discord. So hopefully you'll see it somewhere.
Alright, here's where Father bunker rushes again, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely, Zerg is not afraid. Zerg is just doing the 12 hatch thing. And 3 hatch, again, 3 hatch play. ArtOfTurtle, not a 2 hatch kind of a guy. Hopefully he can pull a win on Eddie. It's a lot bigger of a map. I feel like he has a better chance of getting a 3rd up on this map and getting into Hive Tech, because he hasn't really gotten into Hive Tech unhindered in any of these games, is the thing.
Yeah, very true. Very true. The most he's gotten to Defilers a couple times, but by the time he'd gotten to Defilers, the game was pretty much decided. He had already lost some drones early on. He had suffered a big attack. Hasn't gone full blown problems or go in risks.
Yeah. So he just hasn't gotten his Hive Tech out and not been behind. so far. So hopefully he can just get a third base up and then SCV immediately though. So maybe time for Nolan? I don't know.
Yeah, if he could go.
Doesn't really seem like his style, but we'll see.
He does like playing those macro games, but you gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. It would be nice to see him throw down Hydralisk Den or something like that, but something tells me we're just gonna see the Spire going into Mutalisk play.
We do see the bunker being thrown down from Terran as a response to losing his SUV, just so he can be sure to be safe from Hydras or speed lanes. Does sneak another SUV out past those lanes, but we do have Lair on the way for third, so everything looking normal on Eddie. Big macro map.
Big macro.
Big macro map. Macro game. Big macro map.
Big.
Zerg hasn't lost drones yet.
Zerg killing the game so far. So
I never said I was a good caster. I just said I was a frequent caster.
Big macro map. Big macro map. Just
A big macro map. Big
That's all
macro
we-
game.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, ArtOfTurtle managing to
content.
not lose any drones so far. Is this the game? Is this his opportunity?
This is the game. This is the map. We do have T-Rex Academy from Father again. So far, his medics are being left behind. Oh, he's green. That's good.
He was just
Bringing your medics is good.
waiting for our observer. You know.
Yeah, shout out again, if anyone's joining the stream late, shout out to our observer for these games, cold_workgates. Many of you, I'm sure, know him from Elmash's Discord or from CPL. We just have him in the game, observing the game for us today, and he's doing a really great job so far, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I would much rather. Especially with this commentary. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah.
So, Father
just
not
doing a good
pushing, seeing those 3 sunken colonies already finished. We do have Mutalisks popping out in just a minute here. The Spire's finished. We've got eggs at all 3 of the hatcheries.
Right. So, this looks good for Zerg, except for, or it looks fine for Zerg. Sorry, not good for Zerg, but fine for Zerg, except for one thing. He doesn't have a drone on the map. So, he has to break this push, this 2x, so he can get a drone pass to build a third hatchery. So,
Oh, that's super annoying.
you would want to build your third hatchery right now. You would want to be building your hatchery right now.
Right, yeah.
And he's counterattacking with the mutas. I think Father's just gonna run in. I think that will be his response. Yeah, he's scanning
going
right now.
for it.
and he runs in.
I think he's going to be able to
Yeah.
cross no problem here. Just so many Marines. Oh my gosh, the lings kind of melting.
Yeah. He didn't wait for the mutas to come back before he used the lings. Like if he had paused the lings, and waited for the mutas to come back, I think. Oh yes, I think he has to micro versus that. Okay, he does break the push. So this is okay for Zerg. And he didn't lose his Mutalisk Force, but he does need to get a third hatchery up and running ASAP. He does need a third base.
What is that?
Unless he's gonna try and bust.
What is that? Oh, he's got a Marine up there, so it looks like even if he tries to sneak a drone without any escort, he's gonna lose the drone to that Marine.
Alright. Maybe a little bit of mismanagement there. It looks like he lost a lot of SCVs to the first time the mutas were hitting while I was trying to bust the natural. Unless he just never transferred them back. I'm not sure. Oh no, he just looks like he just lost a lot of SCVs. Father. He's looking low on workers to me. Zerg not going to be able to get a third hatchery up because there's a single marine there, though. How irritating.
How irritating. Does he see it? It looks like he sees it because he's not trying to go put down his hatchery. But
I think he just sent it up there and hasn't gone back yet. The father's scanning. Wargate sure as he's scanning, looking for the third base. He thinks there's a third base because he's got the marine up in the top right, but he's not seeing it. Oh, I guess that tells him that Zerg is still on 2 bases, probably. And lurkers. Like we might have some battles Zerg here, although I still didn't see him getting a. I don't think he got +1 carrot base. I don't think he has an Evo chamber. Yeah.
It looks like he doesn't. He's going straight.
Yeah, just going fast half. Yeah. Does manage to take up this bio group. Again. Hopefully he sends a Zergling up so we can get a second base up. Or maybe he's just decided he's going... He might be going 2 base to Filer? I don't know. Oh no, he sees the Marine now.
Oh no. Oh. I mean...
Does lose the drone.
Despite not having a third base though, he is up 10 supply. That seems pretty solid for him. Albeit with lack of.
Well, the thing is the reason he's up supply is because he doesn't have a third base each of the token units. So he's got lots of lurkers on the map, and he's got mutas out, and mutas kind of are a supply buff. And Terran lost the first 2 groups of bio.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what's going on. He still didn't send Lings to top right, so I feel like he's just going. Oh, he is now. So just slow to get up that third base. So it's kind of looks like 2 base defiler. Lurker's not helping with this fight. Looks like he might bust him here though. Like, I mean, Zerg has mutas and 3 lurkers, and the bio force pretty close to gone here.
Is this the game?
Is this the game where he's got it?
Gosh.
Oh yeah, look, more lanes, lurkers coming quick, and I think it's probably on, but hasn't been on 5x for long, and he has lost a lot of units this game. So a bust like this, especially when there's no bunker right now, could definitely be the game where ArtOfTurtle starts to turn it around. Kind of not bringing the lurkers in at the same time the lings, but really getting on top of natural and manages to kill the entire bioforce. And he's gonna try and take a third base behind it. Lisa, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay.
It seems like such a commanding position for ArtOfTurtle, but I say that with full knowledge that this reminds me of a game, I believe it was Talcross.
It was Talcross. But
yeah.
The thing is yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. The thing is he didn't kill as much of the bio.
Right,
that time.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Zerg's Hive wasn't delayed. He's gonna have Defilers out soon. And he does have a third base, just making now. He didn't ever lose it. We're seeing like the laggy stream.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of issues.
Your internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's why we don't have him in the game with the players.
Yeah, at the very least, we're able to keep the players from getting too mad at me. Oh, we got lurkers coming down.
I gotta say,
there.
I'm very happy to see that Father hasn't tapped out yet.
Yeah,
that makes me really happy to see. Like, I mean, I'm not saying the game's over, but like, losing his natural like this, I would expect him to just tap out immediately.
Yeah, he wants that 8-1.
And so it's really nice to see him. Yeah, it's really nice to see him kind of like try and hang on here. And not give up so easily. Good GG, Tommy. Alright. ArtOfTurtle manages to take another game. So now we have 6-2 for Father. Much more reasonable score than 6-1. I'm glad we're not going to see an 8-1 series, because that would make me sad.
And for those of you just joining us, this is the show match between ArtOfTurtle and Father. Of course, we are doing End of the World style in honor of the apocalypse. And we are continuing in our best of 9. We have our final game coming up on Neo Sylphid. I am Least, coming at you as Strom, and Cold Warp Gates is our observer on the cast. Let's get right into our final game. If AOT can come out with a win here, that just makes everything seem okay. That just makes everything turn out alright, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would make me feel better. I definitely hope he can pull out the last one here. 7-3. 7-3 is okay.
6-3.
6-3. Sorry.
No worries. Even better.
I can't count to 9. It's fine.
Oh, ArtOfTurtle heading in a different direction. Clearly, it's an L. Clearly, guys. I don't know how he's gonna come back from
Overlord going the wrong way. GG.
GG.
Alright. This is the game where we see the 9 pool?
Looks like he's making an overlord.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That
He
was
didn't.
a drone.
This is the game. This is the 9
the
pool.
game.
I'm so ready.
He was listening to us. He was watching the stream on a delay.
I knew he was planning on doing a 9 pool one game. So I watched all those 12 patches and I was like, oh man. 9 pool speed too.
That's a bold play.
Now, it is a bold play. The thing is, Father lost to both Lingapumpa and Age, and I think maybe one other IRK Zerg in preseason of CPL to 9 full speed. So I guess we're gonna see if he has updated his approach.
We'll find out. It seems like such a tough hold on this map. Like, it's hard enough to hold when you have a ramp, and you still gotta get all your SEDs over there and repairing the SED in front. But when there's no ramp, it just seems like a huge pain.
Yeah. The thing is you can do a full wall on this map, so if you're afraid of somebody going mech, good.
Oh.
But the thing is Father doesn't like mech. So, and we know that. We just saw him only go mech on one map. And he even didn't go mech on Match Point and Bloody Ridge. And he also just scouted in the wrong direction. So I feel like this could be okay. Like, he's just not gonna know until he gets to SCB, literally in ArtOfTurtle's base. Or until he gets to the natural and doesn't see a hatchery.
And he's got the gas, so he's not gonna... He's
Oh man,
stopping
he's even
SCB
going
production.
mech.
This is gonna be brutal.
He does lose that scouting drone. I think he's going to be pulling SCVs right now. We'll see if he can delay the factory, because as soon as he gets Vulture out, this is going to be over. The Ling Rush will be over, sorry.
Right.
So if he can get a Vulture out, he's going to be fine.
A lot of Lings in the base.
Does get the factory SCV, delaying that a little bit.
1G! 1G! Wow, clearly he did not mean it was a good game. He meant just game. 6-3.
Alright.
For AOT.
6-3, our final score. 6-3 in favor of IRK Father. Yeah, fun match.
Yeah, that was a good one. Reminder to everybody, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, we've got VT George against IRK's Aggie. Hopefully... I will.
Wait. Should we get Father in here for an interview?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
See if he'll come. I think I just heard him doing.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello! Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. How did you enjoy?
How you feeling?
Oh, this is my interview. I forgot. I'm feeling okay. I wish I did better against that 9 pool last game, but I can't complain.
Yeah, I thought you had just a very commanding series overall. You did very well in the macro games, especially.
Yeah.
How were you preparing for this series?
I actually got to play a lot with Cadency leading up to this, which was super helpful. So I want to give her a shout out for all the help. She just kind of stopped me over and over again with 2-hatch Muta, which is something I've been struggling with. So I was feeling a lot more confident with my Marine Medic micro against Mutas. So yeah, that's the main way I've been prepping.
All right. Can you talk a little bit about why you only went mech on one map on Clayfields, and we were kind of talking about how you like Bio, you like T-Rex Academy, but if we're going to see mech, it's probably going to be on Matchpoint and Neo Bloody Ridge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what's
your thought process?
Those are good maps for mech in the sense that it's like super easy to split the map in half, and then mech has a big advantage there, but I really don't like playing late game mech. I just like doing those Goliath timings, so I just wanted to throw a couple in there to keep ArtOfTurtle on his toes, and it seemed to work out because his sunken was a little bit late, so my Vulture got in and did pretty much game-ending damage. So yeah, it was. I don't feel super confident with my mech, but I just wanted to keep things a little bit varied because otherwise I was just going to go T-Rex Academy every game.
Okay, yeah, I know you definitely seem to prefer T-Rex Academy over 5-Rex, even against 3-hatch Muta. Is there a reason for that?
I mean, honestly, I'm just really solid with that build. Plus 1 5-Rex is really strong against 3-hatch Muta, but I feel like it's a little less versatile. So if they're doing something weird like quick lurkers or something, I feel disadvantaged because I don't have that quick tech coming. But mostly it's just I like T-Rex a lot. I like putting on that early pressure, having map control, forcing a couple fights in the mid before they get to my base with their mutas. I just like playing aggressively.
Going back to Game 7, I think it was, when you bunker rushed him on Overwatch, was that pre-planned where you just like, I'm just going to bunker rush this game, or was it a reaction to anything?
It was because you can wall in on the natural if you do 2 depots in a barracks. So even if my bunker rush fails, I can still just float the barracks back, have a lane tight wall, and then go into a macro game. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Specific choice.
Yeah, that makes.
Do you feel like TBC is any harder on Overwatch?
Yeah, it's a little bit harder. All of the gas bases are up ramps for the most part. There's not like any flat ground bases, so you always have to be wary of lurkers and stuff like that. But yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your adoring fans?
No, they got their fix. That's all they get from me. They get their games.
All right, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. So this is our winner today was IRK Father. He is an assistant coach in CPL, same as ArtOfTurtle, and going to be helping out some. There's just a lot of Terran players in CPL this time around.
Yeah, it's surprising. The tier 3 Terrans on our team are pretty active, so I'm going to do my best to try and get them ready for CPL.
Great, that sounds great. We're so glad to have you, and we really appreciate you playing the show match. It was a lot of fun to cast.
Thanks for casting. Thank you to Cold Warp Gates for observing, and thanks to ArtOfTurtle for the good games.
All right, guys.
This was fun. I think that's going to be it for us here at CPL Studios, but we appreciate you all tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with some more. We'll see you then.
Be sure you tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. EDT. Going to be IRK Age versus VT George, which I think should also be a great match. It'll be like tier 1 games. And next week, we're hoping to do at least 2 more series. I think one of them is going to be another CVP, and I'm hoping that we're going to have a PVT as well. So stay tuned.
Bye-bye.